I am incredibly honored and humbled to be nominated for Top Comedian at the Asbury Park Music Awards for the 4th consecutive year. And while I probably won't win this award, I want to acknowledge that this is one of the best events of the year, even though they consistently think Taylor Allen is the best stand-up comic in the area.
Maybe I should record this.
No, yeah, I'm recording it too. I'm going to put it up. I'm not scared of these people. The Asbury Park Music Awards are not perfect, in the same way the city of Asbury Park is not perfect. Sure, luxury condos are pricing out some of the city's coolest residents, and the new Asbury Lanes is probably going to be terrible. And in a year where Garden State Hip Hop sold out the Saint, Joe Collins sold out the House of Independence, and Prophets of Rage sold out the Stone Pony, yeah, there should have been a hip hop award this year. And while I don't agree 100% with the way my rapper and DJ friends are handling this on social media, I'm sure they don't agree 100% with everything I say on stage. But I am 100% sure I would still buy their next round of releases. All right, let's keep it real. I ain't buying them. I'll probably stream them for free, maybe go to the show, possibly pick up a t-shirt. But I am supporting. Now back to the Top Comedian Award. I'm excited to be in the same conversation as so many talented performers that have beaten the odds to be recognized as some of the most talented and creative people this area has to offer, despite constantly being told they couldn't do it. They said Alyssa Stevenson couldn't do weird variety shows as a deadpan character and straight crush it every time. They said Heather Lowry couldn't host open mics and incredibly specific book shows like Comics with Only Brown Eyes and the Breaded or Bearded Boys of Comedy in a bar in West Long Branch known for music that most people are afraid of. Seriously, look around. This place is terrifying. They said Jess DeLamo couldn't do shows damn near every night of the week, host an open mic that has given dozens, if not hundreds of new comics a chance to perform in front of a real crowd and inspire young people in the area to be politically active all at the same time. Also, props to Jess for hosting an open mic at a venue that isn't already on its way out of business. It's something I myself never even thought of. They said James Weir couldn't turn sex toy bingo into a weekly event. Also, every time I go to pay the cover at the Saint and James just gives me a pound and weighs me inside, that's the highest self-esteem I ever have in my life. They said Ryan Barry couldn't regale families of all ages with stories about making out with his boyfriend in pajama pants and meeting Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell. They said Jordan Mangalona couldn't walk around a deli at 2 in the afternoon with a portable public address system, put the speaker right into a middle-aged woman's ear and yell, "It's my effing turn." I seriously think about that event at least twice a week and usually laugh out loud. They said Richard Dweck couldn't go on stage in Velcro shoes, sweatpants, and a mullet, and get consistently better every single time he performed. Love that guy. They said Jack Steiger wasn't related with his Australian accent and material about heavy drug use, gang violence, and black magic.
Jack's nominated?
They said Joe McAndrew and J.C. Hendricks couldn't sell at the Saint, and they responded by doing it every month for 2 years and counting. I don't know if J.C. really saw a guy with no arm smoking a cigarette, or if Joe really thinks Stevie Wonder can see, or why they won't book me on their show. But I know I'm rooting for them to keep that streak alive. They said Taylor Allen couldn't dress up like a hot dog, and a fish, and a pizza delivery man, and a Yoo-hoo delivery man, and Batman, and around Christmas time, Batman Claus. But he put on those costumes and won this award 2 years in a row. They said Molly Miller couldn't have a boyfriend that's way out of her league. Seriously, even though she mispronounces my name every time she introduced me, Molly's great. But if you guys met Doug, Doug is awesome. They said Andrew Lawson was too mean to other comedians. Even the ones that put him on shows every time they produce one are always nice to him and drive him all over Monmouth County. They said Rob Avon couldn't keep a dog pound going without Dan Gagliardi. And I'll keep this one real. His ability to do it consistently without the clearly more talented half of that duo has even surprised me. And they told me there was no room in Asbury Park for a clean-cut family guy with no tattoos that's frightened and confused about punk rock and does material about sports and rappers. They told me I couldn't produce a show based on a Tommy Cheeseballs episode of MTV's True Life. And they told me I couldn't host shows at Bank on Madison, Mean Bean, and the West End Bar and Grill. All right, they were right about those last ones. But you know what happened? All of us collectively stood up, looked the haters in the face, and said, "Why don't you shut up and let me be great?" And then we went out, and for the most part, we're pretty great. Applause, yeah, applaud that. Applaud yourselves. Not applauding me, you're applauding you. All right. Along with the Asbury Park Music Awards, Asbury Underground is one of the cool celebrations of what's going on in this area, and I've performed there for the last few years because Jesse Lamo knows if you need somebody that can absolutely kill at a deli at 2 in the afternoon, I'm your guy. The morning of the show, my wife asked me how long the show was going to be, and I told her an hour. She asked if it was only me for the whole hour. I told her there would be a bunch of comics, to which she replied, good, because that sounded terrible. Seriously, shout out to my wife Amber, she's the best. We took our 2-year-old daughter to the Asbury Underground last year. I know, questionable parenting decision at best. But we want to expose her to everything and let her decide what kind of life she wants to lead. On the way home, she said the words, Daddy, I want a microphone. Think about that for a minute. She didn't say, I want pom-poms and a megaphone, or I want red-bottom shoes and a designer handbag, or I want 1 million Instagram followers. She said, Daddy, I want a microphone. And that means she doesn't want to be Kim Kardashian, or Amber Rose, or one of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. What she wants to be is heard. And she's lucky enough to grow up in a time and a place where she can be heard. Because of places like Brighton Bar on Mondays, Cafe Enigma on Tuesdays, for one hot minute, Bank on Madison on Wednesdays, every other Thursday at Crust and Crumble, and Anchor's Bend on Fridays. And I thank all of you for allowing my daughter to grow up in that version of the world. So the Asbury Park Music Awards are not perfect. The city of Asbury Park is not perfect, and nobody tonight here is perfect. But there's literally no place on earth and no other group of people I'd rather be imperfect with than the people right here in this bar. Congrats to whoever wins the award, and thanks for letting me be a part of this beautiful mess we made. I'm just happy to be here.